Hi, my name is John Kolar, Geauga Park District Naturalist, and today I'm going to share with you a few ways that you can observe wildlife, not only in our parks, but other wild areas of Geauga County. Fall is a great time of year to observe wildlife because it's a transitional time of year with a lot of various animal activity going on, such as feeding, denning, and migrating. Now, when you come out to the parks, it's likely you'll see some of the more common animals that are preparing for winter, like chipmunks with cheeks full of seeds, squirrels burying nuts in the ground, or you might also hear flocks of robins making their beautiful calls together in large flocks during the fall. If you want to hear what that sounds like, click on the link below. Whoa, this is amazing. These are white woolly aphids. See this mass of cotton all along this branch, or it looks like cotton. Each one of these little tiny pieces of cotton-like material is attached to a tiny little creature called a woolly aphid. These little aphids sip on the juice from this beech tree. They don't kill the tree, but this year is a banner year for them, and we just had to stop and check these things out. When they feel threatened, they start to wiggle. They hear my voice talking, they're starting to wiggle. When I rap a little bit, they kind of get a little nervous, so they start to wiggle like that. And what that does is it helps to protect them from predators. A predator will look and think that this is all one organism and leave them alone. Another cool thing that you can see in the fall. Now, when people come to the parks, oftentimes they want to see the larger, more elusive animals like white-tailed deer, red fox, beaver, and they often come into our nature center disappointed that they didn't see any animals. Where are all the animals? I've come with my whole family to see wildlife and I'm not seeing anything. True story, not kidding. But my question to you is, why aren't people seeing some of the bigger animals when they come out into the woods? Where exactly are they? One reason why you might not be seeing wildlife is the time of year. Many animals are starting to get ready for winter. Some maybe already be denning up. A lot of animals are migrating away, like birds, so that's one reason. Another reason you don't see wildlife as much when you come out into the parks is the time of day. Many of our wildlife species around here are nocturnal, so that means while you are sleeping, they are moving and grooving around. So time of day is important. Another thing is when people go walking through the woods, animals, I hate to say it, but animals are afraid of you and me. So when we go walking through the woods or out in nature in general, animals hide. And they have great camouflage that helps them to blend in. They stay very still and wait for us to pass by. They have great senses like smell, hearing, sight, so they can sense you long before you even know that they are there. So how can you increase your chances of seeing more wildlife? Well, one big important thing is to come at the right time of day. Come at dawn and dusk. Many of our wildlife, like I said, are nocturnal or crepuscular, active at dawn and dusk. So if you come out at those times, you'll increase your chances. Another thing is be quiet. When we go walking through the parks oftentimes, we usually have a buddy with us, and most of the time, even I'm guilty of this too. You're walking with your friends and you're going blah 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 blah. You're not going to see much when you're talking, and you're going to scare every living thing away if you're talking too much, so be quiet. Another important tip, pick up your feet. Don't drag those feet. Pick them up. Move slowly as you walk around looking for things, being careful not to make a whole lot of sound as you go. Another important tip would be to use what we call splatter vision. And basically what that is staring out in general, gazing out into the woods, stay still, and look around you. Use your peripheral vision. Take in the whole big picture, and when you see movement, focus on that movement. Use your senses. Look, listen, smell. Use all those senses, and it'll really help you find more wildlife. Now, you might want to leave the perfume and deodorants and other real heavy scented things that you normally wear every day. You might not want to wear those when you go out looking for wildlife in the parks, because remember, they have great senses of smell, and they're going to smell you long before you come. Also, when you're looking for an area to look for wildlife, look for a good animal habitat. As you all may know, animals need food, water, shelter, space, and air. So look for an area where you see good cover, water, food sources for animals. Look for signs of animals like tracks, scat, denning areas. This would be a good place to maybe sit down and see what happens. Now, when it comes to clothing, you don't necessarily have to look like a tree like I do. You don't have to totally blend in and wear something totally like this. But you also definitely don't need to wear this. Now, don't get me wrong. Camouflage could help you blend into the environment pretty well. But if you don't do all the other things we talked about today, if you're not quiet, if you're wearing really fragrant things, if you're trouncing through the woods not picking up your feet, camouflage is going to do you no good. In fact, if I wanted to wear something like this, your favorite Halloween costume, the Pumpkin Man! Maybe not. Many animals don't see in color anyway, so it really doesn't matter what you wear. Just sit on a park bench, sit up against a tree, be patient, be quiet. It usually takes about 45 minutes for the forest to come back alive with animal activity. So little time, yet so many amazing things left to be discovered. Boom, boom. What was that? 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 Boom, boom, boom. Pretty cool.